Hello friends, James Stevenson back with another fresh episode of Who's Hating Hard on Tesla Today. It's also an episode of Breakfast with Loki. You can see how impatient Loki is for his breakfast. Let me move the camera over just a little bit. He wants breakfast, so we'll feed him right now. Breakfast. Okay, there you go, buddy. Let me move the camera over. And while he is chowing down on breakfast, I will let you know that today's hater is going to once again be the fraud posing behind the fake name Brad Munchen. Now, normally the format of Dunkin on Munchen videos, as I have playlisted them, is that the fraud hiding behind the fake name Brad Munchen says something dumb, and then I reply to it and ratio him. But you'll see this one's a little bit different. I didn't even have to reply to dunk on him this time because everyone else did. I love feeding Loki breakfast during episodes of Dunkin on Munchen. I can choose which video is also going to be an episode of Breakfast with Loki. And I make them the Dunkin on Munchen videos because I know how irritated the fraud hiding behind the fake name Brad Munchen is to have to fast forward over the part where Loki eats his breakfast. Good boy, buddy. Love you. Yes, he went right through all that breakfast. Good boy, buddy. All right, let's go ahead and feed you, you cute dog. You get a reward for eating all of your breakfast. Let's go ahead and put that right here where people can see in the camera. Tilt this camera up here a little bit. Yes, good boy. Good boy, buddy. Right into your living room. Yes? Okay. All right, so now we have shown you the most important content in this video, the Breakfast with Loki portion, as he cleans his bowl. What a good little dishwasher. Chihuahua canine dishwasher. I'll share my desktop with you and show you the dumbest tweet Brad Munchen sent this month, I think, so far. Maybe he'll send something dumber. Two police cars revolving light emojis. Hashtag Tesla has stopped sales of the Cybertruck in 2024. No other car maker would launch a new model while it's still in its R&D phase. Only Musk would do this. Well, there you go. That's the quality of analysis you get if you follow the fraud hiding behind the fake name Brad Munchen. Telling people, I mean, he doesn't care how often he's wrong. He's wrong constantly. As you know, if you've watched the playlist, Dunkin on Munchen, now I think we're into the 20s. On that playlist. I think this might be episode 21 in Dunkin on Munchen. He's wrong a lot, but I mean, this one's a whopper. Tesla has stopped sales of the Cybertruck. We know Jeremy Judkins got his yesterday from seeing his posts about it. Let me move this camera back over so you get a little bit closer up on Loki here. There he is. Hanging out all the way at the edge of the Loki's bed zone. I'll try and follow him if he moves. So what's wrong with this? He's basing his dumb opinion on this screenshot with some helpful underlines here. Rear-wheel drive available in 2025. All-wheel drive delivery in 2025. Cyberbeast delivery in 2025. So Brad Munchen's conclusion from this information is that Tesla won't sell any more Cybertrucks this year. That's the only way that it makes sense, to tell people placing a new order for a Cybertruck that they're not going to get theirs until 2025. What's the other conclusion one might have drawn? Well, you're about to see it in the replies. Here's one from Metaphor at A_META4. They also are not taking accelerated orders. It's like they have excess orders. Aussie Gamer at Aussie GAMR. What other manufacturer has demand this high for a product in this price range? Porsche, Audi, Benz, BMW, and Lexus, just to name a few. Yeah, they don't, though. Well, not among electric vehicles anyway. Million Mile Battery at Mill Mile Battery says pathological liar, pathetic. Cyber Mike at Cyber Mike OG says community notes will take care of this lie. Tagging Howie Feinstein. Feinstein. Sorry, Howie, if I mispronounced your last name. I'll just call you Howie. Howie is primarily who I make my videos for. When I met him in Austin, he said that's how he feels. He feels like I'm making the videos just for him. So I like to go with that idea and say, well, yeah, that is primarily who I'm making videos for, Howie. It's you. Just you. Here's one from Pedro at Dawn of Gray. That's strange. I just got my VIN for my Cybertruck that I had already placed an order for previously. So it's going to be delivered this year because Tesla has not stopped sales of Cybertruck. They just have such a long backlog. New orders aren't going to get their Cybertruck this year. That's all that webpage means. As a thinking person might conclude. Really? Motorhead Brad Munchen doesn't believe it. Can you share a screenshot? Maybe I'll believe you that Tesla will deliver more Cybertrucks in 2024 if you provide me with screenshot evidence. This is the moving the goalposts tactic we saw from Brad Munchen when he was claiming that Adrian Dittman was really Elon Musk, that Elon Musk was hosting, sometimes 7 hours a day of Twitter Spaces under the account Adrian Dittman, because he's got so much free time on his hands, everybody. He can afford to blow 7 hours a day hosting Twitter Spaces as a different identity. Here's one from Robert Carvel. Oh, I didn't finish my thought. He would tell people, oh, I'll believe it if they're in a space at the same time. And then when they were in a space at the same time, which had already happened by then if he had done his research, when they were again in a space at the same time, he moved the goalposts again and said, I'll believe it if there's video of both of them. Whatever. And then if somebody had provided that, then he would have said, I'll believe it if they're in the same room on the same camera. And then if somebody did that, he would move the goalposts further. And then later he flip-flopped on it and said, obviously, Elon Musk isn't Adrian Dittman, which is very funny. Here's one from Ghost Scott. Scott at Ghost_Scott. Don't be fooled. This is another pump to say we have already received so many CT orders that 2024 is fully sold out because we are production limited. What else we got here? Edward Digi, I don't care what he says. Oh, here's one from Ramy at Tesla Explored. Ha ha ha, they didn't stop anything, lol, they're ramping production and sold out for 2024. This should have been the top comment in the thread because it has the most relevant information in it. Video of all the Cybertrucks Tesla is still producing. Are they in the R&D phase still? No, they are in the production phase. Look at all these production Cybertrucks getting added to the lot every day at Giga Texas in Austin. What else do we have here? They haven't stopped producing them. Ramping is going quite well. I was contacted to skip the line for qualifying as a shareholder. They're fulfilling orders, just not allowing new ones for this year, which makes sense. Well, they're not promising people that they'll be able to get their Cybertruck this year, is the point. They're letting people know in advance, hey, if you place a new order for a Cybertruck, you're not going to get it in 2024, probably. The ones for 2025 are people who ordered years ago. If you ordered now, who knows when you'll see it. Highest demand of any vehicle release in history, so this thread is pathetic. And there is probably a decent enough place for me to end this video after I check back in with Loki, as I usually do at the end of these videos, who has settled down in Loki's spot. I'll frame up Loki's spot here a little bit better. Well, that's as good as I can do, I think. Before I remind you to like the video if you liked the video, so you can click the thumbs up on YouTube or the heart on X. And thank you to everybody who supports me if you're doing that on Patreon or on X or by joining my YouTube channel. As my executive producers, Kathy Kitchler and Rebellionaire.com did, and I'll see you in the next one.